Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yeah, bump day, Wednesday. Some interesting news coming out from Arsenal camp. Some injury news, contract news, contract news. The super kid, the wonder kid, the M-man, the M-man. Not that M-man, but that M-man. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Wednesday, bump day. 2 more days to go until the end of the week. Am I rushing my life away? No, I'm not. But what you can do to rush, subscribe. That's all you need to do, just to subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV so you can receive all the latest and greatest news right here and right now. You can also come to live chat. Join me. There's no one being brave enough to come to the live chat and challenge me, ask me questions. Oh, there's been one person. There's one person there. Yeah, one of our moderators, Tony. Pugilistic boy. What's happening, Tony? Yes, very interesting. But anyway, I think let's hit. We should go for first. Let me see. Let's have a look. We'll go for this one first. Methinks. Where is it? The gentleman on the left. Well, Arsenal transfer chief Edu gives green light to January transfer sign for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal technical director has given Mikel Arteta the go-ahead to make one January signing. Only one. One. According to reports, a winger or midfielder is likely to be what Arteta targets in the winter transfer window. I tell you what, I've got to say, if this report is true, coming from the Daily Telegraph, that's all we're going to get. That is all we're going to get. Anyway, read on. But a lack of squad depth is the main reason why many believe the Gunners will ultimately fall away later in the campaign. Arteta attempted to sign a winger and midfielder late in the summer window. Wolves star Pedro Neto and Aston Villa's Douglas Luiz were top targets. Luiz has since signed a new contract at Villa, while Neto is out of form and expensive. But a Telegraph claims that Edu will look to bring in one new signing for Arteta. Arsenal want to give their squad a lift for the second half of the season and build on their surprising start. Now, Arteta was boosted on Wednesday by Alexander Zinchenko's return to training following a calf injury. Mohamed Elneny is also getting closer to full fitness after a serious hamstring problem. Well, Emerson Rowe is the only senior outfielder currently unavailable to Arteta, actually until next year, actually, if memory serves me right. The report says that Arteta would welcome a new winger to provide competition up front. Saka, Martinelli, Geber Jesus have all started every league match so far this season. Now, this report, again, if it is true, only one player, one player, one player, one player, one player. January transfer window. Historically, it's difficult to source to buy players anyway, at least. And I've always wondered about the philosophy when it comes to Edu and Arteta. At what point are they communicating? I'm not talking about taping up players or sounding out players. When are they doing it? Are they doing it from day one of the transfer window? Or are they, on the sun lounge just thinking, well, you know what, maybe we need to make a phone call to that agent or to that player. Maybe. I don't know. 3 players were spoken about. Mr. IT, Ivan Toney, Minovic, Savic, possibly. Actually, Cody Gakpo, and the other one just kind of escapes my mind. Who's the 4th one? I forgot. Ivan Toney, Minovic, Savic, Cody Gakpo. Maybe it was just those 3 players. I thought it was 4. But they're all within our reach. If we concentrate now, because there's only a couple more months until the January transfer window opens, if we concentrate our efforts and that money that's been given to us, I think, by Silent Stan, these players are gettable. Gettable. But to be honest, to me, it sounds just about right. One player. January transfer window. Anyhow, let's go on to the second news segment. if I can find it. When I find it, I'm sort the person out. This is kind of actually going over old ground in regards to Emil Smith Rowe. He's the only player. So let me remove this out of the way. He's the only player that was not seen training today. Yeah, Arsenal talent not involved in training today. He was the only player missing. According to some reports, Bukayo Saka training with the Gunners on Wednesday today. The 20-year-old limped off as per actually another platform and another person, but Smith Rowe was absent in training. I just have we missed him? Have we missed Smith Rowe? I don't think we have as first teamers. As quality on the bench, I would say yes. But we have not missed Emil Smith Rowe. Have we missed him? I don't think we have. I don't think we've missed Emil Smith Rowe. I'm just asking the question. Have we? We haven't missed him. Squad depth, yes. Quality and squad depth, yes. But as first teamers, you're starting strongest 11. I don't think so. But me saying I don't think so, it might upset one or two people in the WhatsApp group, California TV anyway, at least. But Smith Rowe, the only player not seen training today. All right. The next new segment. Oh, this one just made me laugh. This one actually made me laugh. Ho, 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 ho. Matt Tina Turner. God dear. Too good to be on the bench, says former Premier League, I won't say star, Brad Friedel. Former Tottenham and Liverpool goalkeeper Brad Friedel believes that Matt Tina Turner should consider leaving Arsenal. Ho, 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 ho. Tina Turner to leave Arsenal? Get out of here. Really? Anyway, we know that Turner moved from MLS side New England Revolution to the Emirates over the summer in a £5.7 million deal, where he is serving as number 2 goalkeeper to Aaron Ramsdale. The 28-year-old has played just 4 games for the Gunners so far in all the Europa League action and has looked decent. Yeah, keeping the 3 clean sheets and conceding just 1 goal. However, it is highly unlikely that Turner will surpass Ramsdale in the pecking order, with the England international still very much in Mick Arteta's favourite. Now, Brad Friedel says, when you are in the MLS, this is what I'll say. It's hard to turn down a club like Arsenal coming in for you. But when you move and you're as good as Tina Turner is, I like to think that you would move and you're being told that you were going to be the number 1, which obviously it wasn't the case at Arsenal. Matt's a heck of a guy. He's a heck of a guy and a good goalkeeper. I personally think he's too good of a goalkeeper to be sitting on the bench. I don't know what kind of deal they have with Arsenal or what, but I hope he's not in the team or doesn't look like he's going to get near the team. Then you would allow him to leave or go on loan. I don't know, what is he talking about? Tina Turner is unlikely to come up against several of his Arsenal teammates, including Ramsdale in the World Cup, with the USA drawn in the same group as England as well as Wales and Iran. Brad Friedel, come on, man. Come on. What are you talking about? Tina Turner leaving Arsenal? Where is he going to go to? He ain't going to Liverpool. He won't be going to Man City. Will he go to Spuds? Don't know. Anyway. And the last, I left the best till last. This one had me smiling like a Cheshire cat. Can you recognize this player, the number 11 player? Who's the number 11 player? I'll give you time to think about it. Whilst you're thinking about it, Martinelli, very happy at Arsenal as Brazilian confirms his desire to sign a new contract. Martinelli has reaffirmed his desire to sign a new contract at Arsenal. In an interview, he said, this is my club. I love to be here. I love the city. I love the club. I love everything about Arsenal, so I want to stay. I just need to get a pen. Well, Martin, here's a pen. I want to score. I'll score more goals in the next game and help my team do well. When I knew Arsenal wanted to buy me, it was one of the happiest days of my life. I imagine maybe your family was happy as well. Every player who has the opportunity to play for Arsenal will try to play his best. Not everyone. Now, Martinelli has impressed for Arsenal this season, scoring 5 goals. That's right, 5 goals. And he's dreaming of going to the World Cup with Brazil later this month. We all talk about it a lot, said Martinelli. Of course, all of us want to be there in the squad and to play at the World Cup. All we can do is work hard here at Arsenal and try our best to be on the list. First of all, I want to be there on the list. And of course, I want Brazil to win it. Everyone in Brazil loves football. And there you go. I thought that was a really good note to leave it on. Martinelli. Martinelli, number 11. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's his club. Arsenal's his club. I just wish at least 8 more players had that same mentality. Win or die. Actually, no, just win. Win. Head down, bear down on goal. 5 goals this season. Could he score 20 goals this season? I don't see why not. Anyhow, these have been all the new segments currently running on this Bump Day for You, Wednesday for Me show. Let's limber up. Now, what I didn't do, I didn't put anything. Or did I? No, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. I didn't put any notification in the group, the group, the WhatsApp group, and neither did I put anything on our Twitter feed. So let me just kind of retweet out that we are live over here. It's going to be a short show, by the way, a short, sharp show. Let's give me a second, please, whilst I do this. And it was Edu, wasn't it? It was Edu. And we is live. And join in the chat. There we go. Here we go. Ooh. Okay. Now, before we go into the live chat, I just need to quickly refresh our YouTube platform because I want to go into the poll and see if there's been any change in the numbers. The numbers, what are the numbers? Well, the question was, does Reiss Nelson play on Thursday and on Sunday? Thursday, FC Zurich, and on Sunday, which I probably might not be seeing because it's a long story, but I think I'm going to be out with my sister doing some driving. Anyhow, does Reiss Nelson play on Thursday and Sunday? Choose only one option, so it's either yes or no. We have received a whopping 874 votes. There's been 4 comments and 25 likes, and these are how the numbers have fallen so far. The question again, does Reiss Nelson play on a Thursday and Sunday? Well, 26% of you say no. What's wrong with you lot? And 74% of you have got some sense. Yeah, you say yes. You can still continue to vote. Does Reiss Nelson play on Thursday and on Sunday? Why not? Give the star boy a bit of a breather. Give him a break. Anyway, let's go into the live chat for the first time on this Bump Day. Let's have a butchers. Let's have a look. Let's have a butchers. And let's see, who do we have in the house? Who have we got in the house? Ah! All right. We've got pugilistic boy Tony Geezer. Even in my own mucker. How's it going, Geez? Are you all right? You are West Londoner, aren't you, Tony? You're a West Londoner? No, you're a Northwest Londoner, aren't you? With all them other geezers over there. Yeah, Apollo and everybody else there. A Northwest Londoner, methinks. Hit the like button, people, he says. And moderators are like London buses. You wait for one, and they all come in 2s, 3s, and 4s. Actually, he says, hey up, Gooners. Hey, Alex. I know what you're talking about, man. Ty Gunnosaurus is in the house as well. He says, evening, fellow Gunnosaurus. What is the plural for Gunnosaurus? Gunnosauri? Gunnosaurus? What is the plural for Gunnosaurus? I'll think about that one, actually. But good evening, fellow friend. One. The report says 1. January transfer window. We've got to be realistic. Have to be realistic. Did you not see the comments I put in the group this afternoon about KSE and the spending power and all this silliness about, what was it, Spotify guy? Eck. Don't get me started. Yesterday, I was on a slow boat to nowhere. I went straight to bed after the show, man. But today, I'm back in full effect. Even my wife said to me, Alex, Chill it down. Chill it down. Daring me. Arsenal never talk about transfers, so fake news, most likely. But again, Ashley, January transfer windows has been difficult for the majority of clubs, even less, well, more so Arsenal. Yeah, we're tight-fisted to make things even worse. Tight-fisted. Only one player will gain after the January transfer window. What's his name? Vlahovic. Oh, Vlahovic. Bye-bye, Vlahovic. He's going to Juventus. It's difficult to buy players in January. So I think most likely just one player. One player. Oh, there's no echo in the chamber. Oh, good day, Alex and chat room. Someone's having a conservative day. Ambition low alert, lack of care, abundance alert. Zaha. Yes, that was the other player. They're all gettable. It just depends how and do they have the will. They lack the will. Power. One is ridiculous in the position we're in. A Saka, Martinelli cover, Party cover, Jesus cover, a plan B. Or maybe a plan C. And the question I asked, Emil Smith Rowe, he's going to be out maybe until next year. Are we missing Emil Smith Rowe? Are we missing, like, you know, when he flicks over his hair, like the coolness when he scores the goals? Have we missed him? I don't think we have. We've missed him because of the lack of quality on the bench. But I mean, in the starting 11, have we missed Emil Smith Rowe? And I'm saying that, I know literally someone's going to come into live and say, Alex, what are you talking about? Glenn Wynn. Tillemans and Zaha at least gettable. Gettable. But you just spoke about cover for Thomas Partey. Are they cover for Thomas Partey? Is Tillemans cover for Thomas Partey? Zaha is not cover for Thomas Partey. I would expect one player in January if we sign Saka, Saliba, and Martinelli. If we sign what? Oh, if we re-sign. January transfer windows is historically difficult to buy players. It's all about, you know, after you, not after you. After you. Do you have the money? After you. After you, after you. We don't have the money, after you. That's the way January transfer windows is, man. Come the summer now, me first, me first. Me first, no, it's me first. Me first, me first. Not after you, me first. Because I've got, I don't have the money. So after you. Tillemans is free in June. Yeah. I mean, he said all along that he wants to move to Arsenal. He'll be free in the summer. I would say we're missing Zinchenko more. I agree, Tony. I agree. Yes, we miss Emil Smith Rowe and we need his depth. Not sure he has a first team spot, which is okay. But is it okay, DWTT? Is it okay? It's not okay. Because whoever is on the bench, you want them to be gnawing at the ankles of the persons in that spot there. Get out of my spots. For me, it's not okay. Competition for positions. Competition for positions, wherever it is, whoever it is, however it is. We demand competition. So for me, it's not okay. It's not okay. Them turn against him. Lynn says, good evening to you, Lynn. I hope you're keeping well. 1 in January is a criminal leadership. Grab your standards, Arsenal fans. We may have some cages to rattle. Have I got a cage somewhere to rattle? No, I don't. It's out in the garden. Producer boy, so is Zaha. I think we we have a chance to cement top four and win a cup trophy. We can't make the same mistakes of last January. No, we can't. We can't. Sorry, guys. It's just spin me a second. I need to get a little bit comfortable. At least I'm happy to hear how hungry and how determined Martinelli is to sign a contract. So hungry. Oh, my goodness. Wait a second. I just need to get this scene over here. So happy to hear how the youngster has said that Arsenal, is his team. He loves the city. We don't want players just coming over here, and just coming for, like mercenaries. But this youngster, he's got bags of potential. Always gives 110%. He just needs a pen. Has anyone got a pen? I don't have a pen. No, sorry. A Greekonosaurus. I'll say it again. Zaha, Savic, Tony, they're all gettable. All gettable. Buyable, gettable. If Martinelli is happy to sign, Richard Garlick should hurry up and sign him then. Why is it so slow? And that's the first thing that came to mind. Because I think he said it previously, hasn't he? He said it previously that he's not signed a contract. I'm here, I just want to play football. And now you heard it from the guy's mouth. I just need a pen. What is the hold-up? Very interesting. Violate that like button, everybody. Too expensive, Colin. Savage, really? No way. No way. 125. Wow. Tony, you serious? 80 million plus. Come on, man. Premier League title should be priceless. Reece Nelson should start on Thursday while his confidence is high. I would start him on Sunday and then bring Saka on if it. Oh, okay. That's a different perspective. Start with Reece Nelson and come. That's a good shout actually. Start him on both games, Thursday and a Sunday, and bring on Saka if we need him. Good shout. Original Wembley. Not sorry. Okay. All right. You're on the borders, mate. You're on the borders. We could be buying one and then get into on a free. Who? Who, Lynn? Who's the one on the free? Crystal Palace have made the verbal offer of a contract for Wilfried Zaha, but the Eagles star is yet to reveal his decision with only weeks before he can negotiate a free transfer. There you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth. There's some serious breaking news right there. But Tony, players, I don't want to generalize, but players are generally ambitious. And when I look at Wilfried Zaha, the transfer should have happened a few years ago when Unai Emery asked for Wilfried Zaha and they gave him Nicolas Pepe. That's one thing. The second thing is, when I look at Wilfried Zaha, basically he's like a big fish in a little tiddly pond at Crystal Palace. You bring him over to Arsenal, he'll be like a little fish in a massive ocean. No? That's the image I get. He might get lost. Will he fit in this in the system? What's the saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm just saying. Age 28, 29. And my mum doesn't like me to talk about players, their ages. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking, is he an Arsenal fit? Maybe years ago when Unai Emery was here, but now I don't think so. I don't think so. KSC just threw down 400 million and on Rams debt relief from Josh's wallet allowance. The Savages now valued at 125 million. Then forget that. Then forget that. Is anyone good at kidnapping people? Does anyone know any good kidnappers? It changes identity. We miss ESR on the right, especially, and Europa Games, as Martini not played too well in those games. That's a good point as well. That's a really good point. He's not played the best. And actually, even Vieira, who? Fabio, who? Vieira, I'm not convinced by him. I was just thinking, if you're going to play a player, left-sided, heavy left-footed, on the right side of the midfield, not bulked up, looks a little bit light, then we should have kept Charlie Patino, because he's a similar ilk, isn't he? Why spend all the money? You loan out Charlie Patino, you bring in a player like Fabio Vieira. Vieira, who? They look quite similar to me. I'm just saying. It's strange to me. Why hasn't Arsenal sent the paperwork over with a pen now? It's true. The guy is saying, and I'm sure he's been saying for a long time, I just need a pen. Just give me the pen and I'll sign. And remember Tony Adams, I will sign every contract Arsenal puts in front of me. I will sign every contract Arsenal puts in front of me. And you've got a youngster like Martinelli. And I remember the first game I saw him play was against Standard Liège. He scored a brace. I think this guy is going to be a superstar. He has the potential of being a superstar. And the guy is saying to you, I love the life here. I love Arsenal. It's my club. I want to do the best I can do. And you're telling me you can't find a pen. Nobody has a pen. Or as Mum will say, do you have a biro? Mum, what's a biro? Give the boy a pen. Give him a contract to sign. It's just, you can't find, you don't have a pen? Come on. Ridiculous. I think Garlic needs 10 more confirmations. Then maybe Martinelli wants to play for us. There we are talking about players who we need to go and buy. And we've got a player here who's saying, hello, I want to sign. Okay. She give me a pen. A red one, a blue one, a black one, a green one. It's not a green one. Hello. All the adults just walking around him as if he's at school, at my school. Said, Mr. Sandy Lee, Mr. Alex, I need a pen, please. Get your own. Look it up. Those valuations are £125 million. Then that's a no-go, isn't it? Zaha and Tielemans could both be free in June. I think Tielemans has been done. There's talk of Felix coming in January. Age not on his side. Mudryk is the future, and that is it, isn't it? My mum doesn't like me to talk about players' age. Alex, don't talk about his age. If he plays football and he's running, that's enough. Mum, it's not only about running. If he's a striker, it's got to score goals. Yeah, but don't talk about his age. I said, okay, Mum, all right. I can't see Arteta allowing to put in the same positions as last season. After all, his hard work getting the fans on side, the players stepping up a level, Arteta is going to want what he needs. Lynn, what about our needs? We have needs as well, don't we, as fans? It's been a better day. A better day compared to yesterday. I was just like, oh, just let me go to bed, man. I'll go to bed. All right. Alex, I forgot taking your sister around. Go pick up garlic. Contract pen. Actually, do I have a pen? I can't find a pen. Martinelli, don't ask me, man. Money talks. Put 65 million in front of Lazio and see what happens. It's worth a punt. It's worth. You never know. But has Milovic Savic said that he wants to come to Arsenal? Has he said he wants to come to Arsenal? Because The last thing I want is players only coming over here because they can sniff Champions League. We want players to come because they want to play for Arsenal, not because they can sniff Champions League or they can sniff, some silverware. Oh, sign me up, please. It might not last, but I'll be there if you need me because I can sniff Champions League. We don't want players for that. We want players who want to come and play for the red and white of Arsenal. That's what we want, not mercenaries. So, Tony, I'm not sure if you're still listening, but has Milovic Savic said that he wants to play for Arsenal? I think when I've done videos featuring him, it's just been, they've said this, it's reported that, it could be this. I don't remember him saying that he wants to play specifically for Arsenal, much like Tielemans. Tielemans has said he wants to come and play for Arsenal. But with the clubs coming from Champions League to Europa Cup, what's your thoughts on Arsenal's chances? Champions League is still yet. So I just thought I heard someone come to my door. Maybe it's Arteta. Your name's not a door. You ain't coming in. Champions League football for Arsenal at least. It's for us to lose, isn't it? It's for us to lose. No doubt, listen, we're just over 1/3 of the season now, over. It's a long old season. Anything can happen between now and the end of the season. And I'm just talking about the Premier League games. So I want Arsenal to secure a Champions League spot. And I think I did say that although I can't see them winning the Premier League, by hook or by crook, I think they will secure a top 4 spot, which means by default they will be in the Champions League. The Europa League is going to be a tough one, a real tough one. And I tell you what, PSV gave us a wake-up call that we needed. And I can also see that Arteta appears to be taking it a little more serious now. You don't see Matt Tina-Turner in goal. You see Ramsdale. Marquinhos, I know he was unwell for the return game. But they appear to be taking it serious. But I don't think we're going to win the Europa League. I think we'll probably get to maybe the quarterfinal stage, semi-final maybe. And that will be the end of our campaign. But football's a funny old game, isn't it? Just when you think the chips are down, ask Liverpool about 1989. Just when you think the chips are down, and sometimes teams can just do it. But Champions League, I think we will secure top 4. Europa League, we're going to come up short again. As I meant, as far as players are concerned, so that Arteta can finish the job, and up to now, Arteta has given the fans what they want. Has he really? I mean, there is something I actually want to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about. It had to be next week because tomorrow I'm only doing a show with James Rowe about Europa League action. Has he given us what we wanted? Well, we want the Premier League. We want Arsenal to win the Premier League, and we haven't won it yet, Lynn. But anyway. Would you give Nelson a contract? He only played one good game. Actually, let me just quickly find out. Do my own homework very, very quickly. When is Reece Nelson's contract up? Let's have a quick look here. Right, so his contract expires June of next year. Well, he's got that time to prove himself, and he's got that time, and so does Arteta have time to give the youngster what he deserves. What does he deserve? Does he now deserve a new contract? We're not at that point yet. What we have to think about is these next 2 games, the Thursday and the Sunday. But I've always been a supporter and a champion of Reece Nelson. When Pepe was there with us, I always said, I would forego having Nico Pepe and put a Reece Nelson in that position there, long before Bukayo Saka became the star boy for us. I've been saying for the longest time. And then what happens? He comes on because Bukayo Saka gets injured and he gets a brace. But anyway, to the main point is, personally, I would give him a contract extension. But with that should come the hope and the agreement that, you know what, I'm going to sign, but you have to guarantee me game time, not loan time. Guarantee that, you know, I'm going to have a certain amount of games in the first team in the Premier League. Don't loan me out again. But I will give the contract extension. But yeah, as it stands, it expires June of next year. Right, let's see if we can wrap up these last few comments here. Alex Ramsdale had a howler again. He did. But the thing is, he has howlers. He has moments where the blood rushes to his head, but he doesn't get punished for it like he did against PSV. Love him to bits. You know, really good. One of the best goalkeepers we've had in recent times. But he just needs to just take it down a peg or two. Take it down. But you're right, he did have a howler. He can come out and punch the ball when you got a line of defenders there. The defenders are there for a reason. And if he had stayed there, it would have been an easy catch. Let me just disconnect this. Pow. Sorry about that. Arteta has satisfied some fans, not all. I know one unsatisfied fan of Arteta. Who's that? Who's that? Oh dear. As I like you, but you are nitpicking. Now we are top of the league. You're the youngest team in the league. And to be fair, Alex, you are not a number one fan of Arteta, so you are going to find fault. You're right. I'm not the biggest fan of Arteta, but I'll support him as best as I can. In regards to nitpicking, I've said so many times, Lynn, that I'm always going to hold Arsenal to the highest standards possible. And I understand with that comes a lot of angst, a lot of annoyance. That's just the way it is. And there is a reason, Lynn, why we have not won the Premier League in 18-19 years. And I'm not putting the whole blame on Arteta, but he is our current manager. And I'm just saying, if I'm going to compare like for like, Unai Emery, who's won a lot more silverware than Arteta has, they have given Arteta more time that they could not afford to Unai Emery. So that's that kind of annoying. But Unai Emery is no longer our head coach. Mikel Arteta is. But I'm always going to hold Arsenal to the highest level. It doesn't matter who is the manager. That's just the way it is, Lynn. Nitpicking? I don't think it's nitpicking. It's not nitpicking. You know, you've got to continue, evaluate, and evolve the squad. No player can stay at Arsenal forever. And I had, who was telling me the other day that Arsenal has to sell between 5 and 6 players. I was thinking, 5 and 6 players? I mean, I thought I was harsh. Who are these 5 and 6 players? And this person named Reece Nelson as one of the 5 and 6 players. I was thinking, oh, right, okay. But yeah, I'm not his greatest fan. I'm not. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know Canon 4 TV. And that's okay. But of course, I'm going to nitpick. Because you know what? The moment you start to think, okay, January transfer window, we're doing okay. We can probably just go maybe for one striker. One striker. The one striker is going to help us. And what happens? That one striker went to another club. And then what happened? We had injuries. No, we didn't bump up the squad in January. No, we don't need to. The striker, we lost a striker. Okay, so the squad we have is going to be okay. What happens after that? You find that we do not secure top 4. It's to find lines, Lynn. And that's why I'm so, how can I say this? I'm one of the hardest critics on Channel 4 TV, at least, when it comes to Mikel Arteta. We all make mistakes, but some people just can't afford to make mistakes, especially when you're on such a lot of money. But yeah, you're right on all fronts. I'm nitpicking. I'm being too hard on Mikel Arteta. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, and I don't apologize for it. But I'm going to support him because he is our current coach. I've never been on a bandwagon about Arteta out or Arteta in. Arsenal, and I have been since the mid 1970s, not long ago. Who? No, I don't know. I don't know. Does his name end in N or X? X marks the spot. I don't know. Preacher always sitting on the edge. I don't know about preaching, but it's Brian Clough, may his soul rest in peace, said this. He said, you find when you give an opinion, you always upset somebody. And it's my opinion. Lynn, you have your opinion. You probably don't agree with maybe 80% of the things that I say, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't agree with what you said there, but you probably hit the nail on all the heads. Yeah, I'm nitpicking. I'm not his greatest fan, but I support Arsenal. I don't support Mikel Arteta. I support the club. Okay, any more before we wrap up this bump day show over here? Let me just double check and see if there's been any other comments on our Twitter feed. I tell you what, I say I'm happy for Martinelli, but just to think, there's no one in the room with a pen. Where's the contract, Mr. Garlick, Richard Garlick? Where's the contract? The youngster has said, just give me a pen. I need a pen. Where's the contract? Where's the pen? All right, I don't think there's been any other comments here, which leads me to believe that we have come to an end on this one. Okay, let me see this one here. Okay, so whilst I'm just like faffing about over here, I just remind you guys what's going to be happening for the next few days. So today is Wednesday. We're about to end the show. And Ola Donkey comes in. Ola Donkey, you always do this to me. You're gonna have to catch us up. You just miss a little. Oh, it wasn't a rant. I was just giving my opinion. So Wednesday, just about to finish the show here. Tomorrow I'll be doing a show with James Rowe talking about the Europa League action, FC Zurich, Arsenal versus FC Zurich. We need to beat them. And then after that, I think 8 p.m., 8 p.m., we've got the Thursday night show with Ange, the first day of Canon for TV, and Richard. Yeah. And actually, my brother's going to be doing a watch along. So I don't know. Tomorrow's going to be a bumper day. Yeah. Three live shows on Thursday. And then on Friday, it's going to be the East Talk. I've got someone making a Nevi debutante. And then I've got Brother Isaac making a return. And I've got the Don Larry, 3 in the house. And then, what's that, on Saturday? Not doing anything. And then on Sunday, Chelsea versus Arsenal. I don't know if my brother going to do a watch on for that. I have no idea. And then Sunday evening is going to be the big Sunday show with Paul in the North Bank with his merry man. So the next few days is going to be a bumper 3 days. Thursday, Friday. 4 days. 4 days. You've been spoilt. Right, just last year before I wrap up this one, and it will be inside an hour. See, I'm firing on all cylinders for this one, man. Yesterday, goodness gracious me. You could have said, and I would have fallen over. Firing on all cylinders. I don't get tuned in. Oh, bro, man. Arteta on loan. Makes more than Conte. I expect competing for the league, period. Is Richard Garlick... well, I don't know. I don't know. We all support Arsenal, but sometimes you just have to give the manager credit when he's doing good. and you can't get better than top. That is making progress. But Lynn, I've always said this. I have always said this, that you cannot have your cake and eat it too. When the players perform like they did against Nottingham Forest, I was saying, wow, what a performance, wonderful performance. And if you ever wanted, Arsenal to bounce back after losing in Europe and, just smash the team you're playing against in the next game. And they did that. So I lauded them, I cheered them, I supported them. However, on the other hand, when the players don't perform and when they lose, the players and the manager, you've got to expect there'll be some criticism. And that's what I do. That's what I do. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And all I'm saying is that if we're going to be just content that we are on top of the table without doing anything, without getting the contract signed, without buying players in January, that top spot is not going to last forever. Because you can expect there's going to be suspensions. You can expect there's going to be injuries. It's going to happen. So we cannot just be content with being top of the table. I'm happy, of course, for Arsenal being top of the table. But you can't just be content with the fact that we are top of the table and just say, okay, well, we're okay. And it's not going to be okay. You look at Pep Guardiola. I don't like him, by the way. The rotation he does, you almost see almost no drop in their performance. We are nowhere near Man City's level. Nowhere near. Because he doesn't sit on his laurels and say, oh, well, you know what? We won the Premier League 4 in 5 seasons. We're going to be okay. The guy, as if his first season, goes in hard and fast. Don't let the players sit on their laurels. So I understand what you're saying, but please understand my point of view. I'm happy, of course, Arsenal top of the league, but we can't just sit back and be content that we are top of the league. And all I'm saying is, to sustain that hunger there, we've got to go in the transfer market in January and buy the players that we need. So come when there's a little bit of a fall off of the players and that the season starts to, take its bite on the players, that we've got enough quality to come in and step in and do the job. Because we couldn't do it last season. We didn't do it last season. But when Arteta gets it right, I say well done to Arteta. When he gets it wrong, I say, Arteta, you got it wrong. That's just the way it is. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Whoops. Arteta is doing good. He needs a generally. Look at that. See? You see? In the form of a defensive midfielder and 2 more. How much was Zaha? If they don't back Arteta in January, it means they don't trust him. Therefore, you Arsenal inners, you should have trust him or or the ownerships. Absolutely. But we've just been talking about Milovic Savic. And I've got one of my moderators saying to me, actually, Alex, Milovic Savic, the valuation is £125 million. £125 million. Now, I'm not about to do a GoFundMe page. I might be able to raise maybe £2, maybe if you're lucky. But £125 million. Can we not source another midfielder who's going to be a lot cheaper, who maybe plays in the Premier League? I don't know. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. Right. I believe we have come to an end on this bump day for you, Wednesday for me show over here. And boy, yesterday I was not no. But I came back firing all cylinders, fired up. Couldn't wait for this one, man. A short show, a long show. They trust Arteta, but they may not open their wallets. And that's the fear, isn't it? You think about players who want to play at the highest levels, at least club level, at least. Champions League, Europa League, that's it. Anything lower than that, they're not interested. So we've got kind of that element in our favour. But where there's a will, there's a way. They say that money talks, money also silences as well. God damn me. You know what? We're finished on this one. We are finished. Okay, people. Again, thank you so very much for tuning in. Lynn, I hope you didn't take. Well, I think maybe my opinion may have annoyed you, upset you. It's just my opinion, and just like you have your opinion, I've got to respect your opinion. But I'm not going to be happy just with the fact that we're going to go in the January transfer window, and most likely we won't sign more than 2 players. Is that going to be enough to get us over the line this time? Not for me. Not for me. All right. Surely you don't trust ownership, then, Donkey. I don't trust them anyway. Okay. So that is that. I will see you tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. For my talk, my discussion with James Rowe about Europa League action and some other bits and pieces that we're going to be talking about. Then my brother's going to be doing his watch along. Ooh, Ralph. I never watch along. Yeah. And then later on in the evening, you will look out for Ange, the first lady of Canal 4 TV, who will be joined by Richard when they talk about, on a talk with maybe another guest, maybe a returning guest. We'll have to wait and see. Arsenal women's action and football, and other bits and pieces as well. But anyhow, so maybe he will get the players. Oh, Tony, you're still there, mate. You're still there. You're still there. Tony, you're still there. Have a lovely evening. Same to you. Same to you. I've got a feeling we're going to be talking very, very soon. I've got some ideas. And Lynn just tops off by saying, Alex, with Barcelona knocking on the door for Arteta, maybe he will get the players. I was going to talk about that tomorrow, actually. Must be the Zurichs. Alex, so you haven't upset me. Okay, no problem. Thank you for that. And you haven't upset me. Again, it's just, we all have our opinions. If you have 10 gooners here and 10 goonerettes, we all will not have the same opinion. We all have different opinions because we're all individuals. And it's okay. It's all right. It's just an opinion, isn't it? Okay. I am finished. And this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Pow, pow, pow.